If you really want to get to the crux of how to identify and cultivate the superpower of magic that we're talking about here, this is how you do it. And this is not the easy part of the journey. This is the hard part of the journey. And I'm going to tell this through example. So one night, my wife is really stressed and she's sitting, feeding our daughter dinner. And I'm on the couch and I'm meditating and I'm in a deep place and they're just over there. And my wife is pinging me. She's kind of coming at me. She's stressed. She's not happy. And then she says something that really triggers me. Only someone that you've been with for 13 years. I'm sitting there and I'm like a machine gun just came out. And I'm sitting there and I could feel the rage, like wanting to bubble up through my system and explode, which, by the way, is what I would do in the past. I am a fiery person. Like, I don't shy away from fights. And it's a powerful feeling in my body that feels that I can almost tear down a physical house. That's how strong it is. So she really triggered me. And I'm sitting in meditation. And I'm like, in this practice, I'm doing the work that I'm saying that I'm doing. I'm like, here's my opportunity. Here's my opportunity to practice. And so what I decided to do was, instead of saying anything to her, I took the path less traveled and I decided to sit with it and to allow myself to have the experience of feeling what I was feeling in my body, to feel the sensation. And what I did for the next at least half hour is I watched these waves of anger almost overtake me at times. It must have looked like I was convulsing. Like I was actually, it was so powerful and I wouldn't react. What I wanted to do was react and scream at her and fight her and tell her that she's wrong and I'm right and da-da-da, and who are you to say this thing? It wanted to explode and I wouldn't let it. And they were sitting there like watching me. And I could hear them go, oh, there he goes, there he goes. Like they were kind of laughing at me because I'm doing this thing, but I'm doing beautiful work right here, aren't I? Like, I'm really like trying to improve myself. Like I'm really trying to transform myself in this moment. You want to transform your life? Do it in the moments when you're most triggered, when you have the most pain and the most suffering, most anguish inside. Sit with it. That's the test. You want to develop the capacity to be the witness and the observer. Observe when you're in tremendous pain, which I was. So I sat with it for a while. Eventually they got up. I heard them go into the bathroom. I'm still sitting. And eventually what happens? I'm going to talk you through this process. It's really powerful. Eventually the waves of anger go away. Like meaning that part of me realizes it's not going to win the battle. It dissipates. Whatever arises passes away. One of the great spiritual truths. So it passes away. I'm not going to explode. The energy moves away and I'm still sitting. And then I went into this place of like compassion for myself. Like, holy crap. Like what just happened over the last half hour? Like how hard is it to be me? How much did that experience suck? I can't believe how much pain and suffering I was just in. Like how much anger and frustration and rage is in my body. I really felt bad for myself. Self-compassion. I was like, wow. And then I was like, and what was my wife saying to me? Here's the funny thing. I didn't even really hear what she was saying. It just triggered me so automatically. And then from this very different, sober place, from the observer standpoint, I didn't have any of that energy of rage. I was like, what was she upset about? And I listened to what she said in my mind. And she was actually upset about something that I hadn't done that I said I was going to do. I actually had an agreement with her that I was falling back on. And that's why I got so triggered. But I wasn't even aware of that in the moment. It just triggered me. It triggered some pain in me that's old and ancient that I don't want anymore. I don't want to play that way anymore. Homie, don't play that way any longer. I'm going to do whatever it takes not to go down that path. And so this is what I call alchemy. That process that I just described is the hardest on the path, where you are going to call in your greatest pain and you're going to sit with it and observe it. And you're going to be in the moment just to be the witness to that pain and suffering. And what you're doing is you're turning the base metal of fear, rage, frustration, disappointment, anger, all these base metal feelings, and you're turning them into gold. Okay, so what happened after I did this, I got real compassion for her. My God, I'm not delivering on a promise to you. That's at the end of the day, that's what was happening. And she was upset about it. Then an hour later, she puts our child to bed. She comes, she sits down, I'm still on the couch. And she goes, what just happened? And I told her like what I did. And I go, and I got to tell you, I'm really sorry. Like, I understand why you're upset. And I I was trying to appease her. I totally got it. I was like, I'm really sorry that I haven't done this. I go, to be honest, I have huge insecurity around this thing. This is why I get so triggered. I go, I need help. I'm scared about that thing that I need to do. I'm not good at it. I don't know what to do. I feel like I'm failing there in life. And I go, and that's why it triggered me so much. I was just open with her about it. And she, I totally get that. Do it together. Boom. That's transformation right there. That is transforming my life in the moment and changing my relationship in the moment and developing passion with my partner in the moment. So that's what I would call alchemy.